good morning,
Good morning.
Dan.
Oh,
Good to see you. This is the Digital Nomads channel again on Saturday mornings, 10 a.m. ET, New York time. We are in Florida, but New York time is our time here. And everything good? What's up?
yes. I want to welcome all of our uh, guests back to see us again, and also remind everyone to share, like, and subscribe to our channel. If you find anything that we've discussed here today or other days interesting, or have some comments, please share your thoughts with us in the comments below.
Yes, it's good to have comments to answer questions. It's one of the first streaming we do in this channel, but I'm sure you like to click the like button and subscribe to the channel. And well, we talk about the digital life of a software developer or a WordPress expert. We work around the world, so because of that, we are digital nomads. But today, we are talking about that kind of things that is organization. Yeah, when we are working in a computer, yeah, it's very important to organize the files, the directories, the way you put things inside. In Windows or Macs, we say folders. I like to say directories. Yeah, where you put the files. If you don't organize it, it will be a mess. Yeah. How do you organize your files in your computer? Do you have a methodology or something?
Yeah, I have a methodology and a naming convention, and it doesn't have to be exact every time, but it needs to be
Hmm.
logical because
Yeah.
um, if I bring a team in or a team member into a project, I and they need to find assets, find files, find images, find videos, um, find fonts, whatever they're looking for.
Hmm.
It needs to be obvious rather than cryptic. And that may sound logical and common sense like, but so many times I have been brought into a project that I didn't create, and I find myself in a mystery hunt trying to find assets.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
start out, with, and when I refer to assets, that can be images, videos, text files, databases, PDFs.
Yeah.
All of those things are assets. So I create a primary folder called assets, and then subfolders underneath for profile pictures, for stock images, for PDFs, and so on. And then when I use these folders, I also have a naming convention for files.
Hmm.
Many times you have two, three, four different versions of the same file. Let's use a logo as an example, which would be another
Yeah.
asset and a subfolder of assets. So with the logo, you might, for a website, you might need one that's 500 by 500 or whatever the
Hmm.
scale is.
The size. Hmm.
But you need one for a favicon as well. And a favicon is a much tinier, low resolution
Yeah.
version of it. And you don't want to try and take your 500 pixel logo and stuff it in the spot where a favicon is supposed to go. So
Hmm.
when we put our logo files in the logo assets directory or folder, we want to have them named specifically for the size. So it's easy to say, okay, I'm trying to do a favicon. I select this one. I'm trying to do
Yeah.
a logo up in the header bar. I need the one that's 125. I want one on a contact form. I want this one to be 350. So you need to have a naming convention that explains that it's a logo, what size it is, and in some cases what date you might need to add a date to it, but not all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's important to clarify what is a private account. It's
Yes.
when you open your browser, you have normally tabs on the top with small icons, so different icons showing the website. That small icons you have there are the five icons, five accounts, yeah. And we need to have that file in that small size. It's different than the logo with a bigger size. So it's important to have the organized way to differentiate in the directory what is what.
Yes.
And the same thing, the files have the extension. It's something at the end after the point. For example, logo.jpg, JPG, yeah, or PNG, or another name, WebPM, or anything. So it's very important to use that names. One thing that comes to my mind is in the older web, in the beginning of the web, and in the older machines, we could not use spaces or special character, for example. Yeah, today it's possible with the ASCII codes, yeah, or Unicode uh, codes, but it's not good to have it. In the internet, it's better not using space, not using uppercase letter for file name. Yeah. Make it simple always. Yeah.
Yeah.
Full names, etc.
Yeah.
And it's very important to organize. Yeah. I will share my screen. I will share my screen very quick. Can you see my screen? I
Yes.
have here, you can see here some kind of organization, yeah, that I use. It's something about the, I like to organize, for example, project. So it's in Portuguese, projetos. Here we have Codable, it's my Codable project. Inside I have the project, but this is a project named iMesh. Inside iMesh I have the WordPress folder. Inside the WordPress, you can see we have a lot of files. Normally, when you are working with a framework like that or some kind of system, we have a pattern of files. For example, we need to have the directory wp admin, wp content, wp includes. It's about where it's organized. For example, if I will so the WP content, you see inside we need to have plugins, themes, upgrade, uploads. If I look at plugins, for example, I have all plugins there. So that kind of organization using patterns is adamantine. Without that, we will never work well. Yeah.
Yes.
How do you do that? Do you use organizations so strict
Oh,
like that
yes.
as well?
Absolutely. Um, in
Necessary, yeah.
every thing that I do on the computer, when I need to save files, I have an organizational
Hmm.
structure, a methodology,
Hmm.
and I use it for web. I use it for personal documents, business documents,
Yeah,
accounting documents, everything, banking.
yeah.
Everything has
Oh, great, great.
methodology.
Yeah, need to have it. Well, one thing very common, we work with web design, and many times you work with a designer. The designer uses Photoshop, for example, and the designer makes the images, putting the images with names having uppercase, space. sometimes special characters. How do you deal with this when the designer sent to you the images with that kind of mess with
Well,
the
the first thing
name?
to do is don't let it continue. It's number one. So you need to have a conversation with the designer and explain why it's important to have a methodology, a naming convention, and the ability to quickly identify the right assets for the right point that you're going to use it in. And when
Yeah,
the designer understands that, then they can uh, redo them or uh, moving forward, get them in a more organized fashion.
yeah, yeah. We need to take care of organization to be a good web developer. Thank you. Well, I see our time is over. Do you have something to talk to everybody? Just to last words in that meeting?
Well, I just want to thank everybody for taking the time to visit with us, and I hope that the information that we're sharing is helpful to you. And we look forward to seeing you again next week.
Okay. Thank you so much, and see you next week. Be
See you then,
happy. Don't forget to click on the like button,
and
subscribe,
share,
and
and share.
share. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you, Lennon. Thank you, Dan.
Thank you.
Daniel Lennon. Thank you so much.
Thank
Take
you,
care. Be
Ricardo.
happy. Thank you. See you very soon. Bye
Okay.
bye.